Okay, we're getting in some news about China confirming that the Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi met its envoy. The Chinese embassy's WeChat account has confirmed that Rahul Gandhi met the ambassador on the 8th of July. Now, according to the WeChat account, the ambassador says, and I quote, on July 8th, Ambassador Luo Zhaohui met with Rahul Gandhi, the vice chairman of the Congress party, and exchanged views on the current relationship between both the nations. I attended the meeting. The Congress has so far maintained that no such meeting has taken place. Earlier, in fact, the Congress Vice President had questioned the Prime Minister's silence on the India-China border standoff. Okay, so we're getting in some news about this meeting that took place between the Congress Vice President and the Chinese ambassador, Luo Zhaohui, who has gone ahead and confirmed that a meeting did take place. Okay, so let's go straight across now to Foreign Affairs editor Geeta Mohan for more on this. Geeta, what is this meeting all about? Has there been a confirmation from the Congress party about the meeting between the two amid, simmering border tensions between India and China?
Well, the fact that, Avantika, that the Chinese embassy website had it, it's a website that I opened and I myself have it on my phone. The Chinese website had the entire information of the meeting between the Chinese ambassador and Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi on the 8th of July. And only moments ago, from the website, it has been removed. Now, when we try going onto the website and looking for details of the meeting, it doesn't appear. It's quite one serious, and the other befuddling to see that the Chinese embassy website has removed information regarding the meeting between Congress Vice President and the Chinese ambassador. This, even as the Congress is either denying or not confirming, Avantika, that a meeting happened. What is there to hide in a meeting that could that could have been a very important meeting? The Congress party could have said that they also, as opposition leaders and opposition party, wanted to apprise or raise the issue of the border tensions with the Chinese ambassador. Instead, after raking up the issue of why the government is in talks or is soft on China, we see Rahul Gandhi's team trying to now explain or justify or hide the fact that Rahul Gandhi, the Vice President himself, met with the Chinese ambassador. Absolutely embarrassing for the Congress party at this point in time for having the news and the press release removed from the Chinese embassy website. It was uncalled for, it was not needed. One could have really looked at the meeting as the opposition leaders also concerned and worried about what is happening at the border, and hence meeting with the Chinese ambassador. Avantika, this is not the first time in this year that the Congress Vice President has met with the Chinese ambassador. There is a reference point to January as well, where a meeting took place between the Congress leader and the Chinese ambassador.
Very interesting, bit of information coming in there about this meeting between the Congress Vice President and the Chinese ambassador. Geeta, just stay on with me. We have Anand Krishnan also joining us for more on this. Anand, we also just a short while back heard from the Chinese side about, them saying that withdrawal of troops is only going to be the precondition for any dialogue between both the nations. So while there's an attempt by the Indian Prime Minister to lower the rhetoric, the Chinese, very adamant on ramping up the rhetoric in the midst of this ongoing military dispute.
That's right, Avantika. It's a very curious turn of events where on the one hand, it's clear that Prime Minister Modi and Xi Jinping had a conversation on a range of issues at the G20, but China appearing to not wanting to acknowledge that conversation today. They didn't deny it, but they just reiterated their stand that there was no structured bilateral meeting, which I think everybody is aware did not take place. So it seems that on the one hand, the Chinese don't want to acknowledge this meeting between Prime Minister Modi and President Xi, but on the other hand, it's very curious that in Chinese, they have confirmed the meeting with Rahul Gandhi, which Rahul Gandhi doesn't want to acknowledge. So it's a very strange turn of events today, Avantika.
That's really strange. Supriya Bharadwaj, in fact, who covers the Congress very closely, is also joining us. Why is there a denial from the Congress party about this meeting between the Congress Vice President and the Chinese ambassador when there is a confirmation of the same coming in from China?
Well, Avantika has just spoken once again to the Congress's Communication Department head, Mr. Surjewala. He's still maintaining that no such meeting took place, and rather they are blaming that it is being done at the behest of the government. This news has been planted.
Okay, I'm going to go to Supriya in just a bit. We're just having an issue there with the link. But going back to Foreign Affairs, editor Geeta Mohan, who in fact covered, the entire the exchange between both the leaders during that informal meeting at the BRICS nations. So on one hand, Geeta, you have the Indian Prime Minister and the Chinese President, exchanging words of praise, having that handshake. India really trying to just lower down the rhetoric in the midst of simmering tensions at the border. And here comes this shocking news of the Congress Vice President having met the Chinese ambassador. A denial, however, coming in from the Congress party.
Well, that's right, Avantika. It's very strange, as Anand put it, a very strange turn of events, only because an issue that could have been that should have been shared with the media by the Congress party and needn't have been blown out of proportion by just saying that the opposition also, as much as government is concerned, the opposition is also concerned, and hence met with the Chinese ambassador. Instead, we have the information on the Chinese website and then have it removed, and the Congress party dilly-dallying on the entire matter with certain leaders. Speaking to our correspondent Supriya Bharadwaj, saying that the meeting did not really take place. Others saying that what is the big deal? Ramya had tweeted saying what is the big deal, even if he had met, even if the Congress Vice President had met the Chinese ambassador. Avantika, that's the big question. What is the big deal if the opposition party...
No, it becomes a big deal because the Congress has been very critical of India's approach to the ongoing border dispute, isn't it? They've even questioned the Prime Minister's silence on the current standoff. So it does become a big deal.
Absolutely. That's the reason why it has become a big deal, Avantika. The fact that Congress party raised the issue of China, and instead of talking about the fact that maybe they raised concerns, they're hiding the fact that Rahul Gandhi met with the Chinese ambassador. That's why it has become a big deal. Now everybody is questioning the Congress party and Congress Vice President. What is the need to really hide the entire information? There is no need. There is no requirement. This is the official website of the Chinese government or the Chinese embassy here in New Delhi, where the information was put out. And now if we try going onto the very same page, it does not open. It does not. The entire press release has been removed from the website. What was the real need for this to have happened? The whole problem would have been, people would have asked Rahul Gandhi as to why is it that he is meeting with the Chinese ambassador when he's questioning Prime Minister Narendra Modi of doing the same.
Right.
And the responses could have been very well played out by the media cell of the Congress party. But by asking the Chinese embassy to remove the press release, it certainly shows that the Congress Vice President and the Congress party has lost the plot on how to deal with issues related to foreign policy, particularly to do with China.
Right. Geeta Mohan, thanks so much for joining us and just telling us more about this visit or this meeting rather that has taken place between the Chinese ambassador and the Congress Vice President. And Anand, thanks so much for getting us the latest from China and the recent statement saying that the withdrawal of troops is only going to be a precondition for having any talks with India.